The last touchdown drive you had, you kind of scrambled, got to the sidelines, like spun off a guy, and last game you give it a little flex. Freddie was just saying that that's what the game means to you. That you're not going to give up. Can you run us through that little scenario there?
I love this game. Um, I play it because it's hard to play. It's hard to have success. It's a challenge each play, each day, every game. It's the process that you have to enjoy, the ups and downs, and there's been a lot of that this year. And no matter this game, obviously had nothing implied for playoffs, anything like that. It's just a matter of us trying to come out and get a win, and them doing the same thing.
Baker, can you just address how disappointing it must feel to finish this season at 6-10 after what you guys had hoped to do?
Yeah, record very disappointing. Very close on a lot of things, but that's the most frustrating part, that we didn't make the changes and make the plays we needed to be in a better position. So very frustrated.
Talk about it being a difficult game. Were you taken aback at all how difficult it was for you in year two?
No, I mean it's always there's going to be ebbs and flows. You're going to have a process that's never going to come easy. You always have to push yourself and continue to strive and be better. And it just there's a lot of things that happened, and we faced a lot of adversity this year, and this locker room stayed together. And so, I'm proud of that part of it, but the execution part on the field is stuff that we just, quite frankly, have to be better at.
Do you walk away from here, feeling, uncertain, unsure about what could happen with Freddie, and if so, what impact does that have?
Like I said earlier in the week, it's not my call. I know how I'm going to handle the off season, and whatever pieces we have to come back and get those guys ready. I'm going to attack it, and it's going to be a long ride, but a fun one, and I can't wait to get after it.
Baker, what do you think was missing this year? I mean, there was so much hope and expectation going into the season. What do you think was the biggest thing?
Consistency and leadership. When adversity hits, we got to have guys that step up and take charge. We just have to be more consistent within games, and then consistent with our leadership. It's just all those little things add up. If you don't have a team that knows how to fight through, doesn't panic, makes the plays when they need to in critical moments.
How do you feel you're coming with your role as a leader? You mentioned the leadership issue being an issue.
It was a different year for me, going through with some new pieces and trying to find my way. Definitely didn't have it all figured out, and it's been a process along the way, much like everything else this year. But a lot of learning lessons, life lessons, for me. And so I feel like I've, towards the back end of the year, gotten better and come into my own of what I really need to be and push these guys, whatever we have in this locker room. So it's going to come back to be, I'm going to come back a different animal come springtime.
Baker, Joe Patonio said, I think it was Thursday, Friday, that next year is put up or shut up time for you guys, and that it's got to end, and it's time for you guys to really start winning next year. Do you agree with that?
That comes from a place of frustration with Joel. He's been here his whole career, and obviously the years past haven't been the brightest of days. So we're all frustrated. We're all frustrated about the losses, the things that we should have been better at, and that's where that comes from. I wouldn't say it's put up or shut up. It's what are we going to do with what we have? We're going to have a locker room full of guys that attack every day, that are true pros and do their job consistently, or are we going to have another up and down year like we just had? So we got to learn from it. The guys that were here that we continue to keep have to learn from it, and whoever comes in here has to meet the standard that we're going to set.
When you say I don't expect you to run off on things, when you say you want to come back a different animal, one thing that you've already kind of zeroed in on, this has to change my approach or what I'm doing.
Taking care of the ball. I mean, the amount of interceptions I've had this year is, I think, more than I've had in the past 2 or 3 years combined. So it's quite frankly embarrassing for me. It's something I take pride on. So Not happy with that, but a lot of things I can look back on the film and point out exactly where it went wrong. But that's the good thing about it. It all can be fixed.
If you had to adjust to, say, by chance maybe a new head coach, another new offensive coordinator, a new scheme, are you up for that challenge if that's what's presented to you?
I'm up for any challenge always. You know, it doesn't matter to me what it is. I got to do my job first and foremost. Like I said, that's the main part about being a quarterback at this franchise is taking care of my job, leading these guys, showing up every day, being the same person consistently, and that doesn't matter. Whoever's around here, whatever locker room we have, whatever guys I have surrounding me, I have to be the same person and lead this group.
I know it's not your decision, but if Freddie does come back, would you be comfortable and confident that you guys can take the necessary jump if there's a guy?
Absolutely. I have no doubt about that. You know, that's the frustrating part about it is, you know, we know where we need to get better. We know where we went wrong, like I said earlier, the things we can put our finger on and point out. So it's, like I said, it's a process. It's you know, a lot of lessons that, you know, we had this year. Not a lot of fun ones, but they're lessons. And if you take it the right way and you handle it the right way, that's what good teams and great players do.
Is your plan to get together with some of the receivers again in the summer, in the offseason?
Absolutely. Quicker than usual. You know, everybody's got to take a step away from it for a little bit. That's absolutely necessary. I'm not saying you hit the ground running right away. You got to give your body a break. And with our guys, I mean, you guys know that they're banged up a little bit. It's been a grueling year. So we'll get together when the time is right and do it early and often.
When you see Odell catch that touchdown pass like he did today, make a catch like that, and you feel like the future for you guys, even though it just really wasn't what you two wanted to be this year, can you guys be sort of magical together?
Yeah, there's been a consistent improvement in you know, the areas we wanted to get better at, the things that we've talked about. You know, for him to, you know, fight through his illness, I mean, he's thrown up on the sideline. I'm not sure if the TV caught that, but you know what? It's a guy that very misunderstood on the outside, and I'm happy to have him here in our locker room. And so our relationship's going to continue to grow, and that's a good part about it.
When you talked about kind of finding yourself as a leader, you were known for your leadership coming
Mhm.
to the NFL. Is it shocking to you that, you know, it became a little bit different for you this year where you felt that way?
Yeah, it's a little different when you know, you compare college to the NFL. You got recruits that they'll come in, they're watching you on Saturdays because they're playing high school football, and so they come in and there's a, you know, just a consistency of, okay, that's who they look at from right away. But you know, in an NFL locker room, anytime you involve money and a lot of pride and egos, which, you know, it takes a lot for everybody to get here. Everybody has their own path, their own story. That's been a hard road, the road less traveled, so everybody's proud of that. And so to be able to command a locker room consistently is not an easy task. So that's something that I do pride myself on, is having the respect to everybody, and so I got to continue to do that with whatever pieces we have.
How do you address the whole interception thing? I mean, it just
Yeah.
wasn't you all season long. So
Yeah, timing, you know, being precise is what it comes down to, being precise in our details. You know, there's going to be some interceptions, that's just the nature of the game. But, you know, trying to eliminate you know, the accidents and the ones that, you know, you can really control is the biggest thing. So, like I said, I can, you know, put my finger on a lot of them, and that's the good part about it.
What is it about Freddie that you told Scott earlier that you actually got faith you could make the jump?
Yeah.
What is it about him that makes you believe that?
He truly cares about his players and putting them in the best position to win. It's not an ego thing for him. He wants us to be successful, and you know, we haven't had the success we wanted, so everybody's frustrated, and a lot of the blame gets put everywhere. But it should be shared throughout this franchise, not just our locker room. So that's stuff that we have to address, and whatever happens, happens. We roll with the punches, and like I said, attack next year.